Hey everyone, Arizona Treasure Hunter here, and happy Thanksgiving! That's right, it's Thanksgiving of 2023, and I'm off work today, and I thought, what better way to spend Thanksgiving than going out on a treasure hunt? So today I'm going to be doing some metal detecting at an old gold mine that was first operated in the 1870s and then on and off until the 1930s. The real mining operation kicked off around 1912 when Arizona became a state from a territory, when the Titanic sank. Everybody knows about 1912. But the full swing of the mining operation here didn't really go into effect until 1930, and it only lasted until about 1933. So this is where I find a lot of buttons after it rains, like just as surface finds. But I've never metal detected this spot before. So today is going to be a really cool day. So hopefully we find something cool, maybe a brothel token, gold bars, who knows? You know, if we find one artifact, it'll be more than what they find on Oak Island. So, you ready, guys? All right, let's go to the adventure. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we're at the spot. I'm gonna turn on the metal detector here in a couple of seconds. Now, the metal detector I'm using today is the MineLab Equinox 800. It's my trusty workhorse. I've used this metal detector quite a lot. So at this site, like I said, I find a lot of buttons. Usually after every rainstorm or snow drift that comes through, it uncovers a lot of old buttons from around like 1900 to the 1930s. So what I find the most here is buttons. This is like Button Hill. I could call it Button Hill if I wanted to. But I find a lot of buttons from the 1930s. Boss of the Road. Those are kind of like the default buttons. Like that's what I find the most of here. I do find older buttons from the 1800s, but the 1800s artifacts that I find are pretty rare. I do find them, but most of the mining that occurred at this site was in the 1930s. So hopefully today we find some cool stuff. Hopefully like some coins. I want to find a coin here at this site. I would love to. Even a token of some kind. But let's turn on the metal detector and see what we find. Let's do this. All right, so turning on the metal detector. I command you to turn on. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. Now, I'm going to be using the 6-inch coil today because there's a lot of metal artifacts out here, like nails, wire, cans, and stuff like that. So the 6-inch coil is just going to allow the metal detector to not work nearly as hard as like the 10-inch coil. So it's just going to be easier for me to help pinpoint things. Now, this is where I find a lot of buttons. And I'm hoping that this is going to be where I find some coins too. Hoping for at least one coin. Here, I'm going to put this down real quick. So I'm going to show you guys. This is like an old glass right here. And then right as I turned on the metal detector, I glanced over and saw this. So these are pieces of broken cork top bottles. There was another one. Yep, right by my foot there. Oop, and I dropped it. So if you find broken bottle tops, if they have screw lids on them, those are closer to our time frame. They're old, but they're not very old. If you find the cork top bottles, these are just broken pieces of the old bottles, but the cork top lids, the cork top is much older than the pop top or the screw cap. So, and the purple glass is a good indicator that it's very old. These have been out here for quite a while. So, good sign. Hope we find an intact bottle. That'd be absolutely epic. Put those down right there. All right, let's get to metal detecting. Okay. What's that? Oh, I see you. I don't even have to dig for you. That's convenient. There's just a lot of things on the surface here. What are you? Looks like a gear. I don't know. Well, put that in my little pouch here. Save it for later. On to the next hit. What do we got here? Oh, I see you too. I don't have to dig for you It's a button. What kind of button are you? Fink. I'm gonna have to clean that up a little bit. Fink. Detroit? Fink Detroit. I'm gonna have to look that up here in a little bit. Fink Detroit. All right, cool. First button. Yeah. All right, on to the next one. Got another one. Where are you? Oh, another button. Go figure. All the buttons here. Oh, where'd you go? All right, got another. Oh, yep, Fink Detroit. Look at the quality on that one. You could really read that one. Fink Detroit. Awesome. I wonder if once they abandoned the mine here, there's actually 3 mines. They're all labeled different minerals though. There's a mine over here that's labeled copper. There's one that's over here labeled a gold mine, and then there's a galena mine on the other side of this juniper tree by about, I don't know, 100 yards. I wonder if once they abandoned the mines here that they just dropped all their overalls and their work clothes, and that's why I'm finding all these buttons here. But I'm happy to find them. Relics of the past. All right, on to the next one. Still waiting for this California gold piece that's just waiting for me out here. Oh, kind of sounds like nail, but really hard to do this and hold the phone. So what I found is a piece of a pocket knife. That's the butt end of it. Looks like a piece of the blade. This is a old pocket knife. I found a lot of these back in Texas and on a lot of mining sites here in Arizona. So yeah, that's a piece of a pocket knife. Let's see if I can't find the rest of it here. All right, so I've got another piece of the knife here. I'm wondering if when this was discarded, because you can see that's the bottom of it, that's the top. This might have been copper or brass or just steel, but it looks like the blade was extended out when it was discarded out here. Why would you throw away a pocket knife? Was there a knife fight and it was discarded in the violent tussle that occurred here? I don't know. I'm pretty sure miners got drunk a lot. But yeah, looks like I got myself a little pocket knife. Very cool. Yes, pocket knives. I'm happy with that. All right, pocket knife. Very cool. On to the next hit. Okay, found looks like a tubing and a lead top of some kind. Can't make out the markings on it, but I'll clean it up, research a little bit once we're done. Very cool. On to the next. Okay, just got a hit and I kicked the ground with my boot, and I found a little gear. Maybe to a pocket watch or an old clock, maybe. Pretty cool. Looks like it's made of brass. Still got some good luster to it. All right, very cool. This place is loaded with stuff. Can't wait to see what else we find. All right, put putting it in the pouch. On to the next. So as I just put that gear into my pouch, I looked down at my boot and I found another button. This one's metal and seen better days, that's for sure. Just the surface fine. Buttons are all over the place up here. So there's probably no salvaging that to see what it said. But, all right. In the pouch. Okay, so we found a Fink Detroit button. It's got a pig on the face. This is really beautiful. I love finding these things. Now, from all the buttons that I found out here on this hillside, come to find out, most of the overalls that were worn by the miners out here during the 1930s, when this was in operation, most likely these overalls were purchased just a few miles away in Jerome, Arizona, which is just, I think, just about 4 miles that way. And where they bought them from is now called the Clink Scale Restaurant. That used to be the Mercantile store. Pretty neat. Fink Detroit. Love it. All right, going in the collection. In the pouch. Got another hit here, and this one, another surface find. LSS Company SF. I wonder if that's Levi Strauss. Yeah, Levi Strauss and Company SF, maybe San Francisco. Pretty cool. Look at all this stuff. So like, yeah, there's glass everywhere. Purple glass. There's some, looks like roof shingles. And then there's a broken piece of another cork top bottle right there. All kinds of stuff. Just everywhere. All right, on to the next one. Can you see that? So I got a really good hit, and this was the first one that I saw, just another piece of random metal strapping, but another gear just pulled up, probably to a pocket watch or a clock. This one's kind of bigger, so it's probably to a clock. Very cool. Very cool. All right, in the pouch we go, and on to the next. All right, so I found the gear right here. I found another hit, and I believe, yeah, we might have this is face plates to an old clock. Incredible. I'll clean it up tonight. See if I can't find any markings on it. I don't see any markings on it right now. Wow. Incredible. Very cool. All right, so I found, could be a pocket watch. Kind of looks like a stopwatch because you had, like, you know, seconds and then milliseconds over here. It's probably just a gear face for one of the mining instruments that was in operation here. It's probably what I'm finding all those gears and pieces of. Makes sense. It's probably just a gear face for one of the mining implements here. Pretty cool. All right. On to the next one. All right, so it looks like I found a piece of a wood-burning stove. It's cast iron. Wow, this thing made the metal detectors sing, I tell you. Pretty cool. It must be pretty close to the cabin here. All right, so we'll continue following the breadcrumbs. Hopefully we find some money. Cool tokens and other things. Look at that. I just found the sole of a shoe. Poor lost soul. Wow. Echoes of the past. Pretty cool. All right, so I found this little tiny grommet. Went on the side of a pair of pants, and the metal detector picked it up. It was about an inch down. Makes me always confident in finding these things, because if it'll pick up something this small, it'll pick up a gold nugget. Way to go, Mine Lab. Good job. All right, let's see what else we can find. All right, found another piece of a wood-burning stove. think when they maybe abandoned the mine, they just literally chucked it on the side of this hill. There might be some words on this. I'll take this one and try to restore it and see if I can't get some lettering off of it. Alright, and then, as I found this, I found this. Whatever this might be. I thought it was a folded ring at first. It might be a ring. No, it's not. It's not. Interesting, whatever it is. This place is just loaded with history. Okay, in the pouch. On to the next. Alright, so I just found a spoon. Broken piece of a spoon. Around this juniper, well, it's a grove of junipers. This must have been where one of the cabins was. Old miner's spoon. Really cool. Alright, let's see what else we could find. Alright, found this really cool buckle right now. Never quite seen one like it. Found a lot of buckles in my time. This one is probably to a pack, like someone's personal bag or something like that. Satchel. It's a small buckle. Pretty neat. I just love this stuff. I forgot what number of artifact we're on right now. There's just so many everywhere. There's just stuff everywhere. All right. Let's see what else we can find. All right, so right now I did just find a piece of an old pocket watch. This is a brass face. Hell yeah. Very cool. I just love it when I find this stuff because it makes the metal detector sing. Come and get me, come and get me. Old pocket watch. Yeah. Hey guys, so I got another hit here, and I just first scoop of the trowel, and I can see it sticking out, and I just can't help but grin. Pull this in here. Can you see that? Sticking out? I hope it's intact. Oh my gosh, okay. Moment of truth, let's get this out. Let's see. It's a skeleton key. Oh, all right, guys, so I got another hit here. It's sounding just like the skeleton key that I found just a few feet over. It's trying to hide it. Can you hear the humming in between the reading of the beat? It's trying to hide it, just like the skeleton key. All right, Mr. Prickles, do you mind holding that for me? Probably found a pocket of nails. It's pretty big. Probably a pocket of nails. Or a pocket of skeleton keys. I hope it, come on, gold coins, something. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, it's a fork. Historical snack utensil. Check that out. It's a fiddleback fork. So when you see this shape at the bottom of these old forks, this is called fiddleback. Let's see if there's any writing on it. There is writing on it, but it's so rusted, I can't make it out. Fiddleback fork. Yeah. I wonder if the spoon was a fiddleback also. These are old. These are old. I would probably put this at the 1800s or at least, you know, the early 1900s. This is really cool. I love this. Yeah. Fiddleback fork. Treasure. Gold coins would have been better, but I'll take this any day. Cool. On to the next. Look at that. More cork top bottles. Broken, of course. They're just everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, man. All right, I'm gonna go this way. All right, so I got another really cool find right now, and I'm at the entrance of a collapsed mine shaft right there. And there's some old purple glass right here. It's got some really beautiful designs on it. It's just kind of scattered like little history sprinkles all along the hillside here. But right next to the mine, check this out. It's another pocket knife. 2 pocket knives in one day. I haven't had this experience since Salado, Texas, about 5 years ago, where I found 2 pocket knives in one day. This is pretty cool. This is a different pocket knife than I found up there. This one looks like multiple blades. Awesome. Just to think about the people who worked these mines, there's 3 of them, just about how isolated this place is and how dreary the food must have been. But this is what they would have used as a utility knife, maybe cooking too, because I use a knife to cook with. If these artifacts could talk, I would love to hear the stories that they could share. Old pocket knife. All right, so it might be hard to make out here, but got a surface find. It's a piece of a pearl button right there. That would have been on someone's shirt. It's definitely seen better days. I'm not going to take that one. I'm going to leave that here. It's not going to survive the trip out of here. That's really cool. It's another relic of the past right there. Old pearl button. So I just got an old miner's spike here. It's kind of like a railroad spike, but a little bit smaller because this is for mines. This would have secured the wooden planks inside of the mine, of which the ore carts would have been securely attached to traverse in and out of the mines. So I found this inside of a hole right there. The mine is just below me right there. So, a little piece of mining history. Old miner spike. Very cool. So, remember I said I find a lot of buttons here? I just found another pocket of them. Check this out. Button, 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 and another button. Surface finds. It's crazy. There are so many buttons here. It's just insane. I love it though. I love buttons. This one says boss of the road. Yeah. This one right here is another pearl button. It's much better condition than that one I found down there. So this would have been along someone's shirt. Man, dreary work days in this mine over here. Pretty cool. All right, more buttons. I'm sure I'll find more. I found so many already. But all right, we'll continue on to the next. So I found a button that I've never seen before. I'm gonna flip the screen around so y'all can see it. It says Graco Make. I have never seen that before. It's almost like a piece of a jacket. Could be overalls too. I'll have to look that one up. Graco Make. First of that button I've ever found before. Pretty cool. If anyone knows anything about these buttons, comment below, because I'd love to know. All right, see what else we can find. I shouldn't have stopped recording about that Graco Make button, because as soon as I swung the detector again, I got a hit, and I didn't see it until the metal detector picked it up. Can you see that right there? It's got to be a piece of overalls, so looks like a suspender piece. So that Graco Make, I'm assuming, is going to be a piece of overalls. Sometimes these things have wording on them. This one does. There's a date on it. There's a date. Okay. patented May 2nd. It looks like 1900. June. Patented May 2nd, 1900. And then there's another date where it says June 2nd, 1907. Come on, focus. Here, I'll flip this around so y'all can see it better. There you go. Now you can see the dates. Yeah, patented May 2nd, 1900, and then June 2nd, 1907. A dateable artifact. Love it. Wonderful. Okay, so I got another miner's spike here. See it sticking out? Yeah. This place is loaded with stuff. I absolutely love it. I love uncovering history. Miner's spike. This is a really good day. All right, so I just found a harmonica reed. It's in really good shape too. Can you see it? It's right there. It's in really good shape. Old harmonica reed. There was tunes out here. One of the miners knew how to play himself a harmonica. This is really cool. This is a wonderful day. Absolutely a wonderful day. I found a lot of relics today. And I think with this, I'm gonna wrap it up, head back to the Jeep, and we'll do a after action review. Let's head back. All right, guys, we made it back to the Jeep. I got all the artifacts that we found on today's treasure hunting trip laid out. So let's do an after action review. Let's go over the artifacts. So today I was using the Minelab Equinox 800 metal detector with the 6-inch coil, the Gray Ghost relic hunting pouch, and then the Garrett Pro Pointer 2 pin pointer, the carrot stick and other names. And these are the treasures that I uncovered on today's Thanksgiving Day treasure hunt. And I had a lot of fun today. I found some really cool things. I found 2 old pocket knives. I believe this one had its blade extended when it was lost. Might have had another one inside of there, but really cool piece of the past. The other pocket knife I found, I think, was multi-blade. But yeah. Who knows why they were lost or forgotten about, not sure. But all the buttons that we found today. Now the Graco make, I'm still gonna be looking that one up. There's a lot of buttons that like never rip, boss of the road. There's so many different kinds of buttons. And then this one, I believe is Levi Strauss Company. And found this I found on the way back. This is a surface find. This is actually a very old pen. So the mine was abandoned in 1933. Well, there's 3 mines technically, but the whole mining operation in this area abandoned in 1933. And that's probably from that time period there. Found an old harmonica reed, which absolutely just incredible. I love finding harmonica reeds, and when they're intact, even better. Found the old sole of a shoe, a lost soul. Love finding lost souls. Now this is an old fiddleback fork, and these are very old. It's gonna be hard to figure out just how old it is. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit on the back side, see if I can't uncover the markings on the back of it. But I also found this old spoon, and I did a once over one more time, and I actually found 2 bottom pieces of fiddleback silverware. It could be matching to the spoon, or it could be another, like a fork or something like that. But these are called fiddleback. These are pretty old. So these are actually pieces of suspenders, and this one actually has a date on it. Patented May 2nd, 1900, and then June 2nd, 1907. I really enjoy finding artifacts that have dates on them because it proves the site in a way. If you have the right site, the right artifacts of the right time period, you've just found your site. So this is how treasure hunting is really done. It's kind of like if there was a scientific method to treasure hunting, you find the location and you find the right artifacts of the same time period, it proves that you found the site, depending on what that site might be. And so this was a mining area that was active from the 1800s all the way until 1933. And then the skeleton key. This is really cool. I love finding skeleton keys. Puts a huge smile on my face. I always find broken ones though. I have not found an intact one yet. They're always broken. Now, I did find one intact piece of glass on today's trip, and I believe this is the top of some kind of a jar, some kind. I was hoping I'd find after finding this, that I'd find the jar filled with money that it was a lid to, but hopes were dashed. Maybe next time. And then these are pieces of the wood burning stove. I found so many shards and pieces of it. They must have just chucked it down the hillside and watched it shatter. This is all cast iron. And then I believe this is a piece of a trunk, clasp of a trunk. And then got some miner's spikes here. These would have been used for securing the wooden planks inside of the mines so that the ore carts could safely traverse on the rails going in and out of the mine. And then of course the cork top bottles, purple glass. Pretty cool stuff. These are awesome finds. And then of course I believe this one, out of all of the things that I found today in regards to like gears and stuff like that, I was wondering if these were pocket watches in the beginning, but these have to be gauges or like meters for the hydraulics of the mining equipment here that was in operation. But this one I strongly believe is to a pocket watch. Something that somebody carried with them every single day, dreading going to work, looking forward to getting off work, maybe watching the seconds pass by so he could look forward to going to a brothel in Jerome, which is just 4 miles away. So these are today's treasures. And then of course the little awesome buckle I found. And these are relics of the past. Each and every one of these has a story to tell. And though each piece might seem insignificant when you get them together, this actually shows you like the daily life of a miner. Like these are everyday items. They ate food. They liked music. You know, they had utility knives for work and cooking, everyday purpose stuff. They had clothes, obviously, and then, you know, they still used keys like we do. So these are whispers of the past, and I really enjoy finding them because otherwise these artifacts would have been lost to time, just destroyed by the elements. So uncovering history is a great passion of mine, and I'm really glad I got to share this with y'all on Thanksgiving Day. So if you like this video and you'd like to see some more like it, please help support the channel by hitting the subscribe and the like button, and then hitting that bell for future notifications so you get updates on my upcoming adventures in the future. So I hope everyone has a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Be sure to stay safe, stay alive, keep treasure hunting, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.